Earlier this week, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin announced that the U.S. Treasury has decided to delay the debut of a new $20 bill featuring Harriet Tubman. They're going to delay it until 2028. It was originally planned to debut sometime next year. Secretary Mnuchin cited concerns over counterfeiting as the reason for the delay, but New York artist and designer Dana Wall, who had created a 3D stamp that can superimpose a portrait of Tubman over the image of Andrew Jackson, tweeted out, "We'll see about that." The new 20 had been announced in 2016 by then Treasury Secretary Jack Lew in the Obama administration, following a nearly year-long process in which the Treasury Department sought public input. At the time, Lew said that the decision to put Tubman on $20 bills was, quote, driven by thousands of responses we received from Americans young and old. Months before his election to the presidency, then candidate Donald Trump called the decision to put Tubman on the $20 bill, quote, pure political correctness. And he proposed putting her image on the $2 bill as an alternative. That tells you something about Donald Trump's priority list.
I actually am curious why Tubman. I would love your input on this, and why not, like Frederick Douglass or any of these other original actors.
They really actually did do a big contest to see who was going to be on the $2 bill. There were all sorts of names of people who were brought up. She was the one that was the most popular. They ran an entire process. But what's interesting is that Trump wants to put Harriet Tubman on a $2 bill. When was the last time you saw a $2 bill?
I had one when I was 12 years old.
Exactly.
That's the last time I saw it.
Exactly. We have a friend, actually. We have a one-year-old son, and our friend thought our kid turned 2 years. So how good of a friend this is.
Yeah.
Thought our kid turned 2 years old and sent him a $2 bill as a present. I hadn't seen a $2 bill in literally since I was like, I don't know,
yeah,
7.
the collector's items.
But Trump seems to think that's appropriate. Why? I don't know. Maybe for the same reason that people are generally okay in Charlottesville during neo-Nazi rallies.
I really am. I would love to go more into that study, because it's like, I mean, Tubman I understand because of the childhood. They kind of teach it to you in your civics lessons, Harriet Tubman and leading. But I think Frederick Douglass is really getting given the shaft here. He is the most one of the most important African Americans for
apparently.
Me. Yeah. I look at him as one of the most inspirational leaders of the 19th century.
No, he is.
Yeah.
I'm teasing because I think President Trump didn't realize that he was dead when they brought his name up recently. Yeah. So we've got something else going on here.
All right, so the bars had been stocked, the joints had been rolled, the stripper poles were in place, and the buses were ready to go. But just hours before students from Florida's West Boca Community High School were set to head to the post-prom party of the century, the Don cops came in to ruin all of their fun. Officers from the Martin County Sheriff's Office broke up the party before it even had a chance to begin, after getting tipped off to the matriculation celebration. So, 19-year-old Thomas Levin had legally rented the house in Palm City, Florida over an Airbnb, told police he had no idea who brought all of the illegal party favors. Police reports show that dozens of joints were confiscated from the property. Law enforcement said bathrooms on the second and third floor of the house had been turned into makeshift bars, stocked with enough Jello shots, high-end liquor, and beer to rival any bar in the country. No arrests were made in the bus. However, as Martin County authorities could not prove that anyone could actually taken possession of drugs or booze, they were let off. So, wow. I was definitely hanging out with the wrong crew in high school. These guys seem pretty cool.
Yeah, I think this is kind of like this is the Don Jr. defense.
That's what you were saying.
In the Russian investigation. They wanted to go to a party. They were willing to do something that was bad. They never made it. It never happened. That's and they all got off because of it.
Well, congratulations to everybody. So
right.
I don't know what happened.
Happy graduation.
What happens with all that
Stay
booze?
sober. Don't drink and drive.
How's
that?
That's right.
All right. America, scientists need your help naming 2 of the Potomac River's newest residents. The Potomac Conservancy and the Potomac Chesapeake Dolphin Project are holding a public contest to name a pair of wild bottlenose dolphins that live in the Potomac River. Yes, as hard as it may be to believe, there are actually more than 1,000 dolphins living in the Potomac. More than 300 of them share their names with various American political figures, including presidents, members of Congress, and first ladies. While this is a naming competition being promoted on the internet, don't expect any Dolly McFin faces to make the cut. That was hard to say. Organizers say they'll prioritize names that relate to the Potomac, other local outdoor spaces, and tributes to environmental leaders over politically themed or otherwise kitschy proposals. They want to be against kitsch at this point. The public will vote on names from a curated list beginning sometime in June. The dolphins are mostly seen around the mouth of the Potomac, but they've been spotted as far upstream as the Harry Nice Memorial Bridge in Dahlgreen, Virginia. Who knows where that place is? It's possible that the dolphins' presence in the Potomac are an indicator of overall marine health. With cleaner water and healthier native fish, in the future, the dolphins could swim as far upstream as D.C.
I hope so. Godspeed. That's awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like a dolphin?
I love them. I love dolphins.
And they're
I don't
supposed
know
to be
what it is.
incredibly smart.
They are. They are very, very intelligent. I've gone swimming with them once, and they blow you away.
So the Chesapeake, to me, whenever I see it, seems incredibly dirty.
Yeah,
So
I know. Me too. So
I
I'm
feel
hoping
like
it
it's
gets
dolphin
better.
abuse to have dolphins in the
Yeah.
Chesapeake.
Don't come here until it's clean, but then come, please.
But I guess that's the
Yeah.
argument, that maybe it's cleaner
Right.
upstream than
Yeah.
we think because
Right.
dolphin are living there and they're having a great time.
I hope so.
All right, I'm having a great time too. All right, next week on Rising. Back in 2004, presidential candidate Elizabeth Warren raised the argument that families trapped in a two-income household suffer a decline in quality of life. Now director of poverty and welfare policy at the NIS Cannon Center. The NIS Cannon Center.
Yeah.
Huh, see that?
Yeah.
Samuel Hammond. He's reignited the debate, saying good industrial policy creates good family life.
And the first ever Secretary of Homeland Security, Tom Ridge, will join us to talk immigration, terror threats, and his work as a disability advocate. And as we leave today, remembering those who served and died, a look at Arlington National Cemetery on this Memorial Day weekend.
And let's also remember both the people who served in uniform and the people who were out in some of the most iconic places and times in our country, from the Night of Terror on women's suffrage to Stonewall to the Edmund Pettus Bridge, the Battle of the Overpass. A lot of Americans have fought and risked their lives to secure our freedom.
Well said.